Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Dilley. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Town Hall Group and this is Town Hall TV. Today we're thrilled to have the wonderful Louise Reed to the show. She is the founder and CEO of Focus for Hope, a charity that does incredible work with vulnerable adults and individuals within our community. Louise is an absolute powerhouse, an inspiration to all of us. I'm honoured that you're joining us this evening, Louise, so thank you so much and welcome to Town Hall TV. Firstly, I'd like to know and tell our viewers a little bit about Focus for Hope's journey, what inspired you to help people and how's the charity developed in response to the COVID pandemic?
So 6 years ago, a little boy's body washed up on a beach in Cos, and it really struck a chord with me. My daughter was the same age at the time, and I just knew I had to help the crisis. So through my church, I got involved with another charity, and we did donation drives. We drove vans full of donations down to Calais and volunteered serving up food and sorting out the warehouse and doing lots to help the refugee situation down there. Each time you go, it was very hard-hitting. What you got to see and experienced was something I've never experienced before, and it just drove me to want to help more. It was driving home from Calais that I decided that I wanted to set up my own group, and I wanted to not just help the refugees, but to also do more around in Yorkshire with the elderly as well as the homeless. So in September 2016, I rallied around a group of 12 friends and colleagues, and we set up Focus for Hope. And the rest of this is history, really. We've gone from strength to strength. Over the past 4.5 years. It's been amazing what we've done and what we've developed and how many people we've actually reached out and helped. Then the pandemic hit, and obviously we had to pretty much turn everything that we used to do on its head. Through helping a lot of the elderly in and around sort of Brighouse and West Yorkshire, I knew that a lot of them didn't have family living around by them, and they needed that support. So just before the actual pandemic hit, lockdown hit, I decided that we would set up as a food bank. And originally we set out just helping the elderly and the disabled. And from then it snowballed and grew and grew. Right in the height of sort of lockdown one, we were helping over 200 households with food parcels, lots and lots of prescription pickups for all the elderly, and just that familiar, friendly face to check on them and make sure that they're doing okay. And we're still doing that. We're still running our food bank. Numbers have gone up and down over the past sort of 15, 16 months, but we're still, a vital part of this community, and our support is very much needed.
I know that your work that you've been doing in the community is absolutely fantastic. Just going back to, the homeless and the refugees, there is a lot of misconception around charity groups that actually help the homeless and refugees. And I was just wondering if you could share with our viewers, what impact that has on the volunteers and what impact that has on society and how as a society that, we can help sort of underlie these misconceptions through the work that you do.
Absolutely. People look at homeless people and they think they're all druggies, they're all alcoholics. Even my friends and family said to me, well, why do you want to help them, when I was setting up Focus for Hope? And over the past 4 or 5 years, it really isn't that. Homelessness can happen to anybody, and I really want to get that across that, I think even going back 2 years ago, people say you're 2 steps away from being homeless. I think now in reality, everybody's 1 step away, 1 paycheck away, anything can happen. And honestly, we meet some amazing people on the streets and just normal people like us. Homelessness can happen to anybody, whether it's a marriage breakdown, they lose their job. Yes, unfortunately, they may turn to drugs or alcohol to help them deal with what they're going through. And I get it. I understand why they do. That escape, to just shut themselves away, to be able to go to sleep at night, outside in freezing conditions, in the rain, in the wind. And yeah, it literally can happen to anybody. And I just think it's about people understanding that and showing a bit more care and compassion. Unfortunately, on the streets, they are targeted. generally by people who have had alcohol, and they will attack them. So they may urinate on them. We've had people where they've been asleep in the sleeping bags and they've been attacked. They've been set on fire. You know, really, it's horrible to see. And I just want people to see them as people. And I always, you know, people always say, do I give them money? Give them your time. You know, just have a word with them, ask how they are, ask if they want a drink or maybe a sandwich. And I'd like to sort of get that information across. They're people, they're humans just like you and me.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I mean, obviously the work that you're doing with the homeless and the refugees is incredible. You know, you've got an incredible team behind you. Obviously, you'll have over the years experienced so many ups and downs and highs and lows, and I'm sure you've got lots of stories that you can tell us. But I'm more interested to know, you know, what are you? It's been 6 years on, as you said. You know, during this time, I'm sure that you've got many proud moments, but what are your proudest moments? What are your standout moments through the 6 years that you've been looking after Focus for Hope?
There's way too many to choose from. I think it was always my dream to become a registered charity. And during the pandemic, when all this craziness was going on, we actually managed to achieve gaining charity status, which was just absolutely amazing. Another really proud moment was when I won an award, my first ever award last year, and that was for Outstanding Individual Achievement, and that was from the CFFC, which is the Community Foundation for Calderdale. So it's a really proud moment to receive that award and to be recognised for all that hard work they've put in and all the help that we've given to our community.
Well, from the work that you're doing within our community, you certainly do deserve all the awards that you get. I'm sure that there'll be many more coming your way during this time. Obviously, you're so inspirational, and Focus for Hope is 6 years in. So, thinking about the future, you know, what future does hold for Focus for Hope? You know, what dreams and more inspiration have you got for the future? And if you could tell, you know, the viewers, you know, how, if they wanted to get involved with Focus for Hope, what they would need to do.
Absolutely. It's my dream. We're helping a lot of women at the minute flee domestic violence. We have done for the past few years. Throughout the pandemic, domestic violence has gone through the roof, and we are really sort of been thrown into that a lot more. It would be my absolute dream to have my own women's refuge, which will just have everything inside it to support those women, to show them care and compassion, and to help them rebuild their life. You know, these women have been, you know, badly abused and you know, controlled for years and years, and they really struggle when, you know, we move them out of the refuge, we help them set the home up, and some of them don't know how to budget, life skills that we take for granted. So I really want to progress that and just be able to help more and to do more support with them and learning sessions, which we are planning to do, and really just to keep helping them. And you know, I really see the future being bright. I feel like we've really made a place in the community here, and we're very well respected. People see what you get with us. We're very translucent. Every penny goes towards helping those people in need. And if anybody does want to help, there's many different ways people can help, whether it's your time or financial or dropping off donations. You know, we always need more volunteers. If anybody would like to volunteer, we have a volunteer form on our website that they can fill in, and we'll get in touch with them to organise an induction session. We have just set up a scheme where people can donate regularly, whether that's monthly, weekly, or a one-off donation. And again, they can choose that amount, and that amount will go to whatever it is they are wanting to actually donate towards. And yeah, just keep supporting us, drop off any donations, whether that's food, clothing, or hygiene products. Everything is needed and very greatly received.
I know during the COVID pandemic, obviously, you know, domestic violence has been cause for concern, and I know that it is still a cause for concern, and the work that you're doing is absolutely inspirational, and I know that you go above and beyond, and that your team go above and beyond as well. So thank you so much for everything that you do for everybody in our community. But just one last question before you go, because you dedicate so much of your time to others and, you know, giving back to the community. But what makes you happy?
Helping others. I don't see it as a job. I don't see it as a chore. Yes, it's long hours. Yes, it's demanding. Yes, it's challenging, very challenging at times. But I absolutely love doing it, and nothing makes me happier than helping others and just seeing that smile on somebody's face to help them just develop and progress in their life. That's what makes me happy.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us this evening, Louise. I think that all our viewers will agree with me that you're so inspirational. Thank you so much for everything that you do for our community, and I think that the future is going to be very bright for Focus for Hope.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
This has been Town Hall TV. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.